Hi, I'm Emma.
Hi, I'm Heather, and this is going to be about
sex education
and puberty.
Yay!
Yay! I don't know why I'm showing a cucumber yet. Hey,
right. This topic of sex education is going to be about puberty.
We don't know what this is like for guys, because
I
not.
I can give you a little bit of an insight, but from what I know, biology mainly, isn't it? But right. Puberty is quite a hard thing to go through. Lads usually come later than girls. And
which basically, girls
develop at different stages.
This is why, girls, when you're 13, you're acting more mature and boys are acting like pricks because they don't actually grow up. They get older, they don't age. If you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
God.
So, you have take a girl at 11,
Sorry, just in
right?
camera.
Say that, because some girls can develop at that time. Say she has developed and she has started puberty, etc., etc., and she meets a lad who's 14, 15. He could have only just started puberty. So what I'm kind of saying to you is, just age isn't really a problem when it comes to puberty, because some lads, they're still virgins till they're 18, 19. I know what that dude's one. And I thought it was quite funny when I first heard it, but
yeah, this is from a girl who isn't a virgin. I am. I know what it's like.
Sure. You're not supposed to out me on national YouTube. You're not supposed to out me. But anyway, yeah. As we've established,
don't die, camera. Sorry, but I'm using my tablet. It's got a bad.
Right.
Camera.
As we were saying, so just if you have any worries about things like this, girl, the best thing to do is actually sit down with your mum and talk to them about it.
Or talk to your receptionist at school. They can probably supply you with everything they need.
If you're like me and it happened in school, the first time you started your period and you don't know what to do, you're like this going, oh my god, what is happening to me?
I'm dying!
And you're panicking because you're bleeding and you're like, what the fuck? And then, your friends go, shut up you. Your friends take you to the receptionist and then you're like, I've started my period. It's a very embarrassing moment, but try and be prepared. Your parents will probably just throw them in your handbag. That's what my mum was doing.
My mum didn't. She basically told me what to do the first time after I started, and then just sort of left me to it.
Did you not have the whole what mums do? I don't know if other mums do this, but my mum did this. She tried to sit there and show me how to use a pad from a very young age. She just my little sister is 9 and she
I wasn't a dummy.
You learned on a dummy?
No, I wasn't a dummy. My mum hasn't got a sex doll. She hasn't got a sex doll. Okay?
I'm sorry, I just took advantage of that moment. But, right.
Okay,
what's the next thing we're going on to?
I'm going to tell you when I first started, since she did hers. I first started when I was camping with my parents. It was the most embarrassing time of my life. I didn't tell my mum. I hid it for several days, including several stained underwear, pyjama garments.
Yeah, that's the worst part. It's scary because also
you suddenly start bleeding.
There's also that thirst, there's that discharge thing, when you're due on your period and you've got your healthy discharge and your bad discharge. If there's a yellow coloration to it, it's chlamydia. I learned that off Embarrassing Bodies.
Stay there, carry on entertaining people. Don't do bit with the Johnny's yet because that's funny.
Okay. She's fucked off. She's gone. She's disappeared. But I have a really bad chin. I've noticed with the way the camera's angled, so I'm just going to change that if I can. Okay, I don't look as fat in the face right now. I'm still fat in the face, but still. Right, what are you doing? What are you doing? We have a chair.
Hang on, I'm going to pause this recording. Wait. Hello again. We're back. Everything is set. We have a funny book.
We have a book. Can you see that?
Sex, puberty and all that stuff. Right. I got this from my mum when I was 13. I've opened it once.
I just watched the sex education show and learnt myself.
I didn't. I just listened to her.
Yeah, true. I advise her on every sexual experience she's ever had.
That's not many.
Exactly.
That, literally, I'm one of the virginest virgins ever.
It's quite mad, we're total opposites, but we're still best friends.
Yeah,
she's
my bestie.
Anyway,
okay,
as I was saying, right. Now we're going to go to masturbation. I was going to just tell you in the way, but I'm going to have a look what this book says. Right, let's have a look at masturbation.
Here is something interesting. Sperm is made in the penis.
Oh!
I learned that from this book.
Should we do boy Masturbation or female masturbation?
Female, it's much more fun. I don't know why boys just go.
I'll tell you what.
Girls.
Yeah, well, it's
girls.
pretty...
It's a bit more fun.
Right.
And
okay, I'll go to
interesting.
page 32 then.
Okay, I'm going to tell you something really interesting. I learned a couple of months ago. I don't know, sometime in this year. Basically, girls can actually eat themselves out if they are very good at gymnastics and yoga.
That's if your bottom ribs are removed. Same with blokes, they can suck on
No,
legs.
if you're bendy enough, if you're naturally bendy, and then you spend like ages and ages doing yoga and gymnastics, you can actually eat yourself out, girls. So you may not actually need a guy except for the whole sperm part. That's something you can always consider if you decide to remain a virgin for your entire life.
Sorry guys, I'm just trying to find where it is in the book. It's on me a page and it's on the wrong page. There's too much to fucking look at.
She's entertained by the look of...
wait there, I'm looking for female masturbation in the book. That sounds really bad that that's what I'm looking for, but yes.
By the way, something interesting also. I know, I've got lots of interesting factoids. Oh god, I'm turning into a nerd.
Towels and tampons.
Basically, what was I going to say? There is this thing, can't remember what it's called because I was rubbish at biology, ask anybody, and when you actually start your period, there is a good chance that it will mean you're an absolute bitch. This isn't me being mean, but when I'm on my period, I'm a bitch. So's she. She's worse.
Right. External sex regions. Right?
Oh gosh, you're not actually going to teach them all about the labias and...
The clitoris. This is something that a man is
this may
very
be too
bad at
parser, by the
finding.
way.
A man doesn't understand about the clitoris. It needs to be, how can I say, attended. Anyway,
after,
what it says
pleasure.
here, what the clitoris is a small bundle of tissue and nerve endings. Only the tip sticks out of the body. Yes, this is the bit that's like gives you the amazing sensation, and you're just like, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I just did that. On
Sorry,
YouTube.
sorry, Emma. We may have to make this a two-parter, seeing as we're 7 minutes in, and YouTube only lets me put up like 9-10 minute ones.
Okay, I'll be quick.
So we may have to make another one called Sex Education Part 2. Yeah, we could go on about sex that long.
It says a little tip here. I never did this, but it says you can sit there with a mirror and look at your pussy.
Pussy is what we call our vaginas, by the way.
Oh yeah,
it's what cool girls do. We don't call it fairy because that just makes you sound like you're weird.
Or a foof or a vajayjay or...
I do call it a vajayjay at times when I'm in front of my mum because I never want... Ooh, masturbation.
Right. I'm just looking because it says here, look, it has picture, look, it has picture, right? And these girls are saying, well, I've never masturbated, have you? Me, no. The other girl says, right? Well, this is because every girl lies. They say they don't do it.
I
Men
don't.
just sit there and go, yeah, I have a wank. What's the problem with that?
Do
Because
you
it's good
masturbate,
for...
Emma?
Of course I do.
We do. We
I'm
like
sorry,
it.
but
We would
every
probably
woman
not be able
does.
to hang out if we didn't because I'd have killed her. No, I'm sorry, I wouldn't have actually killed you. I'm not threatening to kill people on the internet.
This is making me uncomfortable now. But yes, it is
just
normal.
give me your
Masturbation is one of those things that almost everybody does, but a few people talk about it. It is usually a very private and personal act, although mutual masturbation is sometimes done with a partner. True.
Some
It
people,
does actually.
some people feel that this is
Either for
not a
religious
good thing because it's unhealthy. There is nothing wrong with it. It's
It
fun.
isn't harmful.
It won't make your hair fall out.
It doesn't
that would
mean
be
you
kind
can't
of cool.
have children. It's entirely up to you whether you masturbate or not. If you feel happy about it, that's fine. If you don't do it. I'm sorry, but all I have to say is masturbation is good.
Okay. One last thing before we start part 2. Hymen. This is apparently going to absolutely...
The hymen is what breaks, basically.
When you fuck.
Yes,
Sorry.
when you have your first time. It's like a little piece of skin. I'll read from the book, because that's going to explain it better than I can.
It can also break when you're riding a bike on a horse. So if you have sex and you haven't...
Tampons can break it too.
Yeah, and you haven't got a hymen.
Yeah.
It's probably because if you're an active girl like I am, well, it broke years ago and you probably didn't feel it. There's nothing wrong with that. It just means it's not going to hurt that much. It just means you get over you've already had the most painful part. It's good. Okay. Do you want to hurry up? We've got like 10 seconds before we need to make part 2.
A lot of girls don't even realise they break their hymen. Alright? Now, On the next part, we're going to talk about boys and masturbation.
Woo!